Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Conversations with Luciana, the house that Luciana has built, where everyone has a place at the table. If you're a new listener, I bring you greetings and salutations. If you are a returning listener, welcome back, family. Real talk on real issues, real life situations. Keep in mind, advice is never given, but opinions and a new perspective is always welcome. You can find me on most podcast streaming services as well as YouTube under Conversations with Luciana. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure to turn on your notifications to know when the next Conversation with Luciana are posted. My posting schedule is as follows: Motivational Monday, Inspirational Empowerment Tuesday, Open Forum Thursday, Coffee and Tea with Luciana on Sundays. YouTube exclusives are on Mondays and Saturdays. If you would like to submit a topic of conversation or be a guest on a podcast episode of Conversations with Luciana, email me at conversationswithluciana@gmail.com. Look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a good one. Let's go. Zootopia, the land of the foolishness and the fuckery. That's right, I'm saying it. We have lost our mind, lost our way, lost our focus now. What's wrong is now right and right is now wrong. When you go in the church, you see the zoo gone wild. You got the leopards, the snake skin, you got the alligators, you got the zebra print, all up in church. You're distracted by the hula hoops and the mimes. Blackface, as I like to call it. You get up there and you want to sing a song. I'm on that train to heaven. Come on, choir, and back me up. They don't know what key you in. They don't even know the words of the song because you just made it up on the fly. That is the fuckery, the foolery we're dealing with. Everybody wants to be viral. Everybody wants to be followed by the legions of doom. We just out there with the mess, with the nonsense. You have people out there showing their ass. Just literally showing their ass. You're going to be remembered for the fuckery and the foolery that you display. That's right. It's too much. It's too much. I remember sitting in church one day, and it was during a watch night service, and I guess the organist at the time got filled with the Spirit, and he said, I'm on that midnight train to Georgia. Clearly, he forgot where he was. Clearly, he forgot. And someone had to clean it up for him. Said, I don't want to be on that midnight train, but I want to be on that glory train. Ridiculous. Like I always said, the church used to be in the world, but now the world is in the church. That's why you have all this uncertainty, unsettling spirits. There's spirits, they're demonic spirits in the church. And some are the church members. Now, I'm not knocking them, my fellow church people, because I know there's some good saints out there. There's some soldiers in the army of the Lord. This new breed, this new generation, I don't know what's going on. We're not teaching fire and brimstone, heaven or hell. We're teaching about prosperity. Slap your neighbor upside down and call him a monkey. And you are going to receive from heaven. I just had to get up there and tell you, Pastor, I was going through a financial difficulty and I came into some money. Well, we knew you was going to come into some money because the unemployment check came. Nevertheless, people struggle. And I'm not making light of the foolery and the fuckery. I'm just saying what it is. Zootopia. Zootopia, that's what I used to call it. It's in the world. You got people that had all that work done on their face, and they look like something that you wouldn't even put on an animal cracker. They have a nose so skinny, forehead so big, cheekbone so deep. Just call him Plastic Man or Plastic Woman. That's what you should call it. When you used to be good enough the way you are, you got young girls thinking, "No, I got to do this, I got to do that. I got to sell my body. I got to sell my soul." You know they talk about in the Bible when wanted something to eat and he sold his birthright for some food, stew. Come on now. You got these young girls just doing whatever. I got time to get right. What if your time is up tomorrow and you don't have no chance to get it right? You got this pandemic running rampant, and you got people that saying, "Oh, it's just a hoax," while you're lying in the bed about to be incubated, go on life support because your lungs are trash. You got people out there want to be liked and followed. They don't want to be right. They want to be liked and followed. So the more people that like me, that don't even know me, are going to bring me prosperity. No, ma'am. No, sir. Not in this world, and not in the next. We all trying to get to heaven one way or the other. We all want to be included in that golden number. Oh, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, oh, how I like to be in that number. Even the cartoons, remember Bugs Bunny? They had that. They played that. I remember there was an episode. They played that. Now you with the foolery. You know, you don't know what to say, what to call any people. They want to be called by a certain name. You got confusion, dysfunction, fuckery, and foolery mixed in with Zootopia. And you wonder why people can't find no rest. People can't find no peace. Where more and more are being put on display of hatred, betrayal, mistrust, disgust, animosity, envy, and jealousy. All the makers of a horror movie that you relive every single day. I remember when a smile meant to smile. Didn't mean I had evil intent in my heart. When people word were their bond. Now my word is only good for a moment, a season. Don't hold me accountable for nothing. We turn to the church and want to be helped, supported, loved, unjudged. But then you hear about, oh, Sister Mary Jo Simpson, God bless, with a Mercedes, and Mr. So-and-so just bought him a 10-bedroom house and all this, and you can barely keep your lights on. You got the foolery in the world where young people say it's easy to take what doesn't belong to me. Take what I am not entitled for because I want it. Self-entitled, spoiled brats we are. And when somebody tells you no, that's an indictment. That's a permission for me to kick off in your patootie. Everything somebody say they hold to the letter of the law. You got somebody saying you have blacks and you have Americans. Like we are not Americans. We're all Americans. We with the foolery, the fuckery, Zootopia, this a mess. You got people risking their lives doing these, what they call the young people spin outs or donuts on a bridge that people have to cross. on a bridge people crossed. Remember, I was crossing the Bay Bridge, and you saw the tire marks where someone just did circles. Disregard for human life. You just have to be seen doing something as asinine as foolishness. Where do those people go lay their heads at? Are you harboring an idiot? Are you harboring and feeding a jackass? Yes, some of us are. You got that big old scene during the holiday season, the smash and grab. You got people just busting out the windows and taking stuff that don't belong to them. They got to go put their head somewhere. Are they laying up in your house? Are they? So you just gonna act like your son and daughter just not on the news stealing? Come on now. Are you benefiting from that? You have to be. I remember when it took a village to raise a child, and you got your neighbors would tear your ass up before your parents got to you. You had a sense of community. Now you just have a community of chaos, where sex sells. Sex sells in the world of fuckery, foolery, Zootopia. It sells. We're shocked and appalled when we see something happening in the news. So mind-boggling that you just can't really comprehend. Yes, it's happening. Did we open the door for this? Yes, we did. When we changed certain things, did we change it for the better? Or did we change it out of convenience? You got a world that's growing up with no boundaries. Yes, the sky is the limit, but there's boundaries. There's responsibility. We're raising a self-entitled society. And the children are looking at the adults, and the adults are saying, I got mine. You better get yours. It's every man, every woman for himself. I take no pride into saying these things on my podcast. Just make you think. My perspective, my opinion. That's all it is. Where death is at every turn, we act like we're going to live forever. Don't get it, don't understand it, not trying to figure it out. You want peace, you want joy. You want everything. Everything is not promised to you. But we act like everybody owes us something. I wish we got back to the old school. The old school where you knew where you stand. You knew somebody's word was a bond, where you could go to church and feel loved. You feel included, not excluded. You talk about a class system in the world. What about the class system in church? There is a class system. I remember hearing a pastor say that was very profound to me. And he said, I don't care if I'm preaching to one, I'm preaching to 1,000,000. That's how much dedication he was. That's how much he treated everybody. A sense of belonging. Now you got the people in the church criticizing the pastor. You got the pastor wife criticizing the mother. You got chaos and confusion. And you have a person that's stepping into the world. So, well, if I'm going to walk into Zootopia, I might as well stay out there. At least I know that person there is my enemy and not my friend. It's nothing worse than having a friend that turns out to be an enemy. You know that. Come on now, you see it displayed. Come on now. You got people dating people, ex-husband, friend or foe, enemy or friend. You got people saying it's okay for me to marry my daughter's husband. It's okay for me to do that. Some of these people out here looking for a check. Just the confusion and the fuckery. You sit back in amazement. How low can these people go? They can go lower.
Did we open the door to the floodgates of some of this stuff, though? I think we have. And now we cannot close Pandora box. Like I said, it's interesting that we do not, we have a problem with people having more than one wife or husband. We have a problem with that. You can go to jail for that. But you can't go to jail for nothing else. You open the door. So you might as well you can't exclude one part of society and embrace the other. You can't, because they got an argument. I don't care what political side you're on, what color you are. Right is still right and wrong is still wrong. And what's good for some may be great for others. But you don't get to regulate this thing called life. You don't get to do that. People are always trying to omit something. I opened the door. I went through the door. I'm going to close it and lock it. You can't come through. No, baby. There's a whole lot of people that coming through that door. Because you opened it. And to be fair, everybody has a seat at the table. I don't get into arguments. Some people get offended and they want to say, oh, I don't want to let this person in. Why not? They don't represent my values. Do you? I'm not here to judge your sin. I'm not here to look at you and say, you don't deserve a seat at the table. That's not my job. And it also is not your job to have a seat at the table and tell me what I can eat and what I cannot eat. Remember, somebody opened the door and let you in. That doesn't mean that you get to come in here and wreak havoc. No, you don't. You with the fuckery. It's amazing. I was watching on the TV the other day, and you have this person, I don't know what she was doing, laying out in the sun. You want us to believe that everything is kosher and fine in your world because you can. But in my world, I work every day. In my world, I got my 4 kids with me. You always want to be in the news. You don't want to be in the news for doing something productive. You want to be in the news just to be seen. Look at me. I too can look like that if I had the money. I could suck every fat pocket off my body. I don't know why it's so important for people to be seen always like they don't go through nothing. We see you getting played out on TV. You got ex-husbands acting a plain damn fool. But you living your best life. Oh, come on now. While somebody's struggling to survive. I don't know. We open up the floodgates to Zootopia, the fuckery and the foolery. It's so disheartening because people feel disconnected. They don't feel important. They don't feel like they have a voice. They feel they have to become part of the social media garbage train. No, you don't. It's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top because you don't have nowhere to go but down. So you will step on anybody doing anything to stay relevant. Let's get back to foundations. Foundations. Preach it. Preach the word. Y'all need to hear the word, but some of y'all so damn tone deaf. Y'all make excuses. I know some people. We all have done it. We're all guilty of something. It just hasn't been revealed in most cases. You live long enough and you don't get your act together, you're going to be with the fuckery and the foolery too. Wow. But anyway, let's get out of Zootopia. Let's be a place where we love all. We don't judge all. Let's stop dealing with the fuckery where I'm trying to get over. Don't pass me over. Didn't Denise Williams sing a song like that? Didn't she have a song like that? Don't make me over. I don't know what the hell the words of the song is. And don't be fooled for what you see on TV, because it ain't real. It ain't real. Oh, there was a show that was on that's canceled now, thank goodness. And it was called Cook With Me, and it was about a rich woman learning how to cook. You know, you think it's cute because you're in a tiara? Not a tiara. That's not tiara. And you got diamonds on, and you got this, and you're trying to make some chicken dumplings. Girl, if you don't get sit your ass down somewhere. If you don't get somewhere and sit down, then how will you think that's entertaining? It's the rich and fabulous with this disgusted, busted brokenness. Everybody wants to be seen like they're living their best life. They don't know that they a paycheck away from them lights being cut off. Anyway, just my thoughts. That's all my opinion. I hope it made you laugh, made you think, made you just say, damn, I'm headed to Zootopia on Sunday. All right. Wow. Y'all have a good one. I'm out.
Thank you for listening to another podcast episode of Conversations with A. Luciana. I look forward to speaking with you again. Until then, be kind to yourself and others. Make every day your best day. Stay encouraged and press forward, for the best is yet to come. Peace, and I'm out. Let's go!